Assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you all are good and you all are safe. Welcome back to my channel Once Thought. So in today's video we are going to cover another beautiful poem written by a Pakistani poet Omer Tarin, and the poem is named as Requiem. Okay, now before just getting into, the actual stanzas, I would like you people to understand the word requiem. Requiem means the mass of dead bodies. Now see what image has been created in our minds. The mass of dead bodies. It is taking us to the point where we understand that this poem is not very pleasant, not very joyful. Rather, it is full of sorrows. It is going to evoke that emotions of pity and fear in us. So now coming towards the first stanza, you draw your breath yearning. Now yearning means intense longing, a sadness infinite in its contemplation. Contemplation means to think, right? I who embrace death in dumbfounded rapture. Now, rapture means joy. Am reborn in the eternal question, imprisoned in your eyes. Now, if you could see up till here that rapture is joy, then dumbfounded. Dumbfounded. Now, these are two contrasting words that are put together. Dumbfounded is like you are in shock, you are amazed, you are surprised, and rapture that you are joyful. So, the two contrasting ideas, oxymoron or paradox, and what is it revealing? I guess first I should go on with the first four lines. You draw your breath yearning, you, the beloved, or even you could take death as someone who is being spoken to, is breathing, right? While intensely longing for a sadness that feels endless. Now, it can be thought about forever because it is infinite in its contemplation. So, that yearning, it is something that is not ending soon, right? So, that breath, it tells you that someone is not in a very good position. Someone is not in a very pleasant mood. Someone is yearning. Someone is longing for something for many years. And that breath, it tells that struggle. It reveals that struggle. Now I, who embrace death in dumbfounded rupture, am reborn in the eternal question. Now here I is understood as the speaker. So I who accepted death in the state of shocked but joyful. Shocked joy. I'm reborn into an eternal unresolved question. So again, that eyes, it tells you about that question that is still living in the eyes of the speaker. That eternal question, it is trapped within your eyes, the eyes of the beloved, meaning that the gaze of the beloved holds or confines the speaker's dilemma, which means that the speaker is somehow trying to move on, but whenever he looks into the eyes of his beloved, he could no longer get away with it. He's somehow stuck where he started each and everything. He cannot go beyond those limitations. He cannot go beyond that sorrow. Right? Now, the next stanza. Are we to celebrate this reprieve? Reprieve is like temporary relief or escape from death or sorrow. That's up to you, which meaning you want to take. Then relying on our doomed songs of desperate desire. Dooms means that you are, you know, you're about to fail. There's no coming back. You're going to fail, right? So, like, you're destined to fail. So, are we to celebrate this this temporary relief that the speaker is getting after looking into the eyes of the beloved? So, are we to celebrate it? Should we celebrate it? Or should we not? It tells you that whether, he should feel the happiness, or he should be hopeful about it, or should he leave it thinking that it is a short lived relief from grief? So, again, now talking about the doom song, relying on the doom songs of desperate desire. Doomed again means destined to fail or to end badly. Now, their songs are creations of love and art born out of intense, desperate desire. And those songs, they are cursed, they are doomed. Because whenever you listen to those songs are so, they actually make you make you feel that addiction of your beloved as well. So again, you're somehow stuck in that same loop, and again, you're doomed to fail, and you fail. So the question is that can their celebration they depend on these tragic passionate works or not? Should they rely on it or not? Should they move on? Should they make a move that is good for them? Or should they again doom towards that songs or because of those desperate songs? Or should they just forget about the pain and move on with their beloved? So, this is what the last line reflects on. Let us be buried together. The closing line. Now, see, it is a very direct, a stark wish to be buried together, meaning that, they want to stay united even after death. A love a love that a love pledge that death cannot separate them, or desperate acceptance of fate. So either they want to be buried together, like they want to bury their relationship together, or they want to be buried with each other because they don't want to leave each other. They have understood that they cannot live without each other. So this is what is reflected through this poem. It is a very beautiful romantic poem which could be taken as a sad poem as well. And you can also discuss it through that angle of death, considering death as your beloved. So that was it for this poem. Now it is taken from Brunt Offerings, which was written on 1996. Sorry, written in 1996. Now again, if you talk about the themes, love, longing, death, acceptance, regret. So all these themes they are very clearly reflected throughout this poem. Now talking about the literary devices in its contemplation, if you could see over here, so genre, I who embrace death, the contemplation, the thought of what. Now the semicolon, it tells you that there is something that is coming up next as well. There's an explanation given to it. So I who embrace death, I am the one who embraced that. I'm the one who has hugged death, who has accepted death, right? But that question, it has been reborn after me looking into actually the eyes of the beloved. So again, semicolon, then question mark. It is the question which is not actually that the poet is not actually portraying this question as a question, but rather this question is the answer of everything that he has gone through. And then at last, full stop and stopping, reflecting on this very idea that everything is done now, done and dusted. So that was it for this poem. I hope that every doubt, every confusion has been cleared. But if there is any question, you are free to comment down below. Until then, meet you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.